I guess my question is there a city where dating doesn't suck? Because I'd love to know where that is.
Do if you get ghosted, especially for those of us in our 30s, it can be a little like WTF, mate. Like, why are you ghosting? A lot of my coaching clients all kind of ask the same thing, you know, and if you're a person that does this to other people, you should probably get therapy because you're lacking something in your communication skills.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
There are a lot of men who be like, why are you still single? A lot of women end up single later in life because they're still taking their cues from the very persons who are trying to manipulate them into getting everything they possibly can from them without giving them the commitment that they want. Beware, ladies, beware. I made this mistake. Don't end up like me, okay?
Pathetic.
Gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel, and today guys I give you more cope, more irresponsibility, more lack of accountability, and all good things that modern women possess, guys, as we have Ampu here already angry at what we are about to see, gentlemen. So let's get started and let's get angry together. No, I'm kidding. Let's have a good laugh, gentlemen, at the absolute lack of direction of modern women.
Hi, TikTok. I have a question for the ether, the masses. So I am newly single in my 30s. I have no desire.
Second red flag. Now, what was the first one, gentlemen? Correct. She has a TikTok. Let's continue.
To date. What a horrible idea. It sounds atrocious. And the TikTok algorithm keeps giving me things like, dating in your city is the worst. Try this new dating app. And I'm like, doesn't dating in every city suck? Like, isn't it the worst in every city ever? Because it feels like it is from everything that I have heard. So, I guess my question is there a city where dating doesn't suck? Because I'd love to know where that is, just like for research.
I don't know. Maybe the first condition will be a city that you are not a part of, right? But guys, here's the thing. I mean, she's correct about one thing. Dating sucks. Why? Well, it must be that all men in the USA where this woman lives suck. Yeah, sorry guys, you just all are bad options. Yeah? You're all bad dating options, bad dating material, and poor, creatures of God like these cannot find a relationship. Well, she found one, but now apparently she's out of it, probably because she got divorced, right? It's either all men suck, or this woman, and many like her, her pathetic, sad little group of friends, they just have standards too high, and they cannot choose. You can give them the best, God-appointed person on planet Earth, and they will still not be able to have a relationship with him. And here's my point. Men, they also think that dating sucks. Many men say the same thing. Where can I find good women? In which state? In which country? And what men do is they become passport bros, right? They go to different countries, they travel to different continents to find women. Now here's the thing, what are men looking for when they go, overseas? They're looking for a woman who is pleasant, humble, attractive, good to be around, chill, a woman who will fall back into her femininity and will want to be secure by her man, etc. These are the things men are looking for. These are the things men are traveling overseas for, to find a woman who is not entitled and bossy and annoying. What do women look for, if they travel overseas, or when they cannot find what they're looking for in the same country? Guys, they're looking for that Prince Charming. They're looking for a man who will meet all the criteria they have that they cannot find in the whole damn USA. You know what I mean, guys? Like, when men travel overseas, they're looking for the most simple, basic characteristics that, you know, God help us if we cannot find it in a whole country like the USA. When women travel overseas to find a man, it's literally because all the people in the USA, they're just not up to their level. They're not beautiful enough and mature enough and decisive enough and you know, with a high earning job like they want to. You know what I mean? It's like their standards are so high that they cannot find a woman in the whole country that will meet them, right? On the other hand, men have close to zero, barely no standards, just the most basic elementary things, and they still cannot find it. So what do you think about that, gentlemen? You know, what does that tell you?
To do if you get ghosted, especially for those of us in our 30s, it can be a little like, WTF, mate? Like, why are you ghosting?
No. Why are you getting ghosted at age 30? You know, I will understand a 16-year-old girl, you know, who goes back from high school and tells her all the female friends, I got ghosted by Tom, whatever. He didn't go to the ball with me. He didn't go to the park with me. You know, just some sad little story, 16 years of age. You are 30 and you're still getting ghosted. You know, like, someone will think that by this point you have learned a little something about dating, right? To not make the same mistakes of, Dad, I can change him. You know, guys, you will think that maybe they have learned something, but who am I kidding, gentlemen? These women spend years at a time doing the same mistakes, dating the same bad boys, falling for the same pitiful little lies, and you know, there's just no way out of it for them. You can't help them, so don't date them.
A lot of my coaching clients all kind of ask the same thing, like, what do I do when I get ghosted? And at the end of the day,
first thing you could do is not ask a woman who is 30 and single and still gets ghosted about advice. Let's start off from that.
the reason ghosting sucks so much is because nobody likes to lose, right?
Yeah, sorry to be pausing it so much, but no, you don't want to lose. You don't care when you do that to other men. You don't care about the 46 guys that you've ghosted throughout your life because they didn't meet your standard, because they didn't deserve your time, because they weren't up to your level. You don't want to lose, right? You don't want to be the one who goes for a man who is clearly out of your league, who never cared about you in the first place, other than a booty call maybe, and you want to be entitled to, you know, have all your desires met, you know, for this man, this stranger, to fulfill all your fantasies. Not gonna happen.
And when somebody just like stops talking to you out of nowhere, it can be kind of like weird, actually, you know. And if you're a person that does this to other people, you should probably get therapy, because you're lacking something in your communication skills. So I've come up with like a perfect text message to send as like closure when you get ghosted, so that you can like feel like you had the last word, or whatever it is that you need from that situation. I feel like this message works for a man or a woman or whatever. So like, let's get into it. Message. So what you're gonna say, and you're only gonna say this one time, and you're just gonna send it, and if they reply, you don't reply to them, okay? This is solely for you, for your heart, for your closure. All right, honey, it's been a hot minute since I heard from you, and I'm starting to get the vibe that I'm not exactly a top priority in your world. Gotta admit, it's a bit rude to leave me hanging without a response, but hey, maybe I was just a fool for thinking you had your act together. I thought you were all about being mature, fabulous communicator who knows how to give some respect. My bad for thinking highly of you. No need to bother with a reply, sugar. Take care of yourself. You wanna—
Ooh, wow. What a mic drop moment, guys. This woman thinking that all the chats she's been with are gonna give a crap about her little message.
sure that you apologize to them for assuming that they were better than they are. Generally, you'll probably get a reply. You might not, but just know that they feel like a jackass. And
No, the reply, if there is a reply, it's gonna be, who were you? You know, tell me your name again.
you get your closure because you feel like you had the last word and you win. Okay, the end. Bye.
This woman, guys, like, jokes aside, why are you 30 and you're acting like a 10-year-old? No, I have the last word, I win, haha. What is going on, mate? What the hell is this? You are 30 and you're still getting ghosted. You are a dating coach, which is the most just mind-boggling thing. You're the furthest thing away from a person who can give you advice about dating, right? And then you act in this childish way of trying to get back at people. Haha, no, I win. All right, madam, you know, they were the ones that pounded you. They were the ones that screw you, right? They are the ones that win. No matter what you say, you can write a whole novel about them. You are the one who's losing. I mean, you are the one who's lost. You're 30 years of age and you're still single, making TikToks crying about the men that used you. Damn, that's an L if I've seen one.
Top 10 mistakes I made that kept me single, part 2.
What do you bet that none of the reasons include any sort of accountability whatsoever? Let's find out if I'm wrong, gentlemen.
The easiest way to become a pick-me-sha is to follow their lead. A lot of times when you're on a date with a guy, if he's not really into you, he is going to put some hurdles in front of you that he wants you to jump through. So he's going to lie to you and he's going to say, oh, I don't like girls with makeup and hair and nails. But then you look at their social media, that's exactly what they're chasing. Oh no, after like 3 or 4 dates, I need a girl to like pay for dates. So you think...
Wait, pause it right here before she continues. Men will say they want a certain type of girl and they will look at, you know, other women. Yeah, that happens, right? Like, men will say that they want a, you know, woman who is honorable, who is down to earth. Meanwhile, they will be looking at that goth girl, emo, whatever. Yeah, it happens sometimes, but look, there is a clear division. Like, men can look at a woman who is easy and is walking with, you know, half her ass naked on the street. Men will see that, but you know what? They will never consider anything with these women, you know? Like, yeah, some men get fooled because she's pretty or something and they might have a one-night stand with her, you know, they might use her for recreational purposes, but don't lie to yourself. Men will never seriously consider dating an easy woman. They will have all the one-night stands that you want. They will chase her, you know, to have their way. But that's as far as it goes. You should not confuse both things, right? It's the same with stock, gentlemen. You know, the cheaper prices attract the large number of customers. But when people are looking for something serious, right? When you're looking for a quality product, you don't go for the cheaper things.
Oh no, after like 3 or 4 dates, I need a girl to like pay for dates. So you think to yourself, okay, like once we go on 3 or 4 dates, like I'll pay. I made that mistake. Oh, he's a good dad. His baby mother's crazy. You know, she's upset with him over the child support payment. You know, he's really struggling right now. I can make that payment for him. That's a true story. I did that because I was listening and taking my cues from the very person who was trying to manipulate me. The very person who was putting me on a path towards auditioning to becoming their girlfriend. See, when you go to pick-me-sha rehab, which is what I really had to put myself in, is that I realized that I was taking my information from the wrong source. Look at the women who have the life or the relationship that would closely resemble what you would want for yourself. They didn't jump through hoops. Once I started looking at the women who were in a place where they were older than me, wiser than me, had attained the relationship that looked very similar to the life that I would want for myself, none of them were pick-me-shas. All the pick-me-shas were left behind. You're being...
Yeah, and why didn't you do that when you were younger, right? Why didn't you listen to your mother? Why didn't you listen to your father? Why didn't you listen to someone who can give you some dating advice, life advice, you know? like the way we've been doing it for thousands of years, securing that marriage will still, exist. But no, guys, in today's society, women hear advice from, I don't know, man, from Miley Cyrus or whatever, from this culture of being independent and empowered, and seeing all their female friends just increasing their their body counts and thinking that this is somehow liberating. Like, it's so bad, right? It's so bad. And look, there is a certain aspect where you can say the harder it is, the larger number of women that are going to be misled. And yes, it's true statistically, but still, it doesn't get rid of accountability. Like, women, if it's hard, you're gonna make it easy for you, right? I'm not saying it's not hard. It's hard, but it's on you. If you want to have a family, and if you had thought about that earlier, you wouldn't have made all the mistakes that you made, right?
Manipulated. And the sooner you understand that, the better your dating outcomes will be. The more I leaned into myself, I didn't have to do any of that. My husband met me, he loved me, he liked me for who I was. I didn't have to cook, I didn't have to clean, I didn't have to perform like a professional worker to get anything. I was the best, most leveled up version of myself at that time in my life, and it worked. So I started dating at 18. I met my husband when I was 37. We got married when I was 38. We had our son when I was 39. I am 42 now. And I'm telling you, all of those years of following their lead and not having my own boundaries and not having my own standards and going with their flow led me on a path to being left behind.
How is this a happy ending? You notice the years, guys. I was single until 37. I, met that person at 37 and married at 38 and had a first kid at 39. Like, come on, hurry. I'm gonna pass away before we have kids. Like, hurry, I'm gonna be infertile. Man, what is this a happy ending? I mean, it is for you because you've made all the mistakes and you still got a simp provider. But how does the man win in this situation? He got you literally at the twilight of your beauty, of your energy, of your time, of your life. Like, this man, instead of getting a attractive woman who is young and doesn't carry baggage and you can have a whole life ahead of you to build together, he married a woman who is 37, has had multiple S3 actual encounters. There's nothing new for her to try. She's already tired from men, from trying, from fighting. Just no, that's not the way you do it. This is not a happy ending, right? For the man, at least. Like, she's trying to portray this as the, they lived happily ever after. But this only suits her, let me tell you. As a man, if you've done everything well in life, you should not, downgrade your options to this, to marrying a 37-year-old woman that you're going to have to provide for the rest of your life, and who you only get like her last year or two of fertility. You should not. And someone will say, but Hiran, do you only see women as bodies to use? What about love? No, guys, I don't see women just as bodies to use. I'm not saying that women are only good up until the age of 40. No, when you love a woman and she loves you back, she is a gem for the entirety of her life. At 80 years of age, she's still a gem for you. But that is when love already exists. That is when she has already, been there to support you all your life. That's when you two together have built up a life for yourselves, But this woman, guys, love is not part of the equation for her. She just wanted a provider. Just wanted someone to pick up the pieces. This woman doesn't feel love. This woman sees dating as something transactional. She just wants to get things out of her next man. She sees him as a walking ATM. So if we're going to talk about transactional dating, you have to get the same or more than she is getting in order for that deal to happen. And this man is not getting close to half of the good things.
There are a lot of men who be like, why are you still single? A lot of women end up single later in life because they're still taking their cues from the very persons who are trying to manipulate them into getting everything they possibly can from them without giving them the commitment that they want. Beware, ladies. Beware. I made this mistake. Don't end up like me, okay? So 10-part series. I'll see you for part 3.
No, thank you. But what did I tell you guys? There's just no accountability. Why are so many women single, you know, at their later years? Oh, because men. They just men. You know, I cannot buy it. Coming from the gender that has all the options. Like, you have 10 times fold more options than men. 10 times. This is lowballing it, guys. This is absolutely lowballing it. You have so many options, and you say that you're single because of men. Like, this is literally like a person looking for a job who, you know, has, I don't know, like 100 job interviews per year, and he cannot find a job, and it takes him 20 years to have a job, you know, having 100 applications each year. What would you think of such a person, right? If you think that I'm being too critical with these women, if you think that, you know, I'm not judging them correctly, tell me, what would you think about a person who has so many, you know, job interviews, so many open doors, and he cannot find a job? Would you think that the job employers are all of them, you know, all 100 of them bad? Or would you think that the person has just, you know, too high standards and is dumb? Let me know down in the comments, gentlemen, and thank you for watching. I'll be happy to see you next time. Have a good one.